welcome to the second round. We are gonna keep this. It's not that great, but we do have every mana source that we need. We have double removal in case my opponent is some kind of aggro deck, which apparently he is. So fire is gonna be directed at the Stormkirk Noble, I think. And then we have Char for something else, and then then I'm out of options because I have no more cards. Stormkirk Noble is a really good card, by the way. Like if I... it depends on what my opponent plays, right? If he plays something else that I want to get rid of first, then maybe firing that and charring the Stormkirk Noble is better. Nah, he has no other play, so... Fired... No way! No way! So, I'm an idiot. I played an island. Wow, the disbelief in my voice there. And apparently this screen is a bit too small. But it's okay, like, it's only a Stormkirk Noble, my opponent didn't make another play. So we kept a greedy hand, which means that if I now shard this, on my turn, I will be down to 15. He managed to draw Badlands though. So it might start going to bite me in the ass. It might not, but my opponent is definitely an aggro deck. I have no clue why he wouldn't be attacking here. We could have iced it, but I don't think that's correct either. Just ice it to keep it smaller. Nah, it just saves 2 damage, which isn't enough. The only issue here is if he has something like Duress. He has something, like he tried to cast a sorcery, so he has Duress or Thoughtseize. Oh. Oh, that one. Okay. It's an okay card. But it means I can actually fire that alongside something else. Assuming he plays other 1 toughness creatures. And even if I can't, it's still good enough to kill it and then tap something else down with the MTGO. But it did take like 2 damage too much. And would have still had the shard in hand if I played this correctly. Like I wasted my entire turn too. That's fine. Card doesn't actually do that much. Anger of the Gods, huh? Let's just play this and pass the turn. See if he plays another creature before attacking. If he doesn't, I'm obviously gonna fire it. And then keep his Badlands tapped. Or if he plays a creature, keep the creature tapped. Is it worth taking 2 damage to be greedy? I don't think it is. Like, just fire this. It's very unlikely he's gonna be able to win once I get MTGO active. Especially with some cards such as Anger of the Gods. Yep, that's understandable. So Toxic Deluge is probably pretty good against this guy as well. We only saw 3 cards though. He might be heavy on 4 drops as well, which seems to be pretty common more in red now as well. Like usually 4 drops is green's bane because there's way too many 4 drops there. But it seems that other colors such as red, well, red basically also stuck on 4, and blue has a lot of 3 drops in creatures, or at least in the alt cube. In Wake Treasure, in creatures, Chasm Skulker, Wake Treasure, Vanillion Click. It's more than anything, like Shackles, just a lot of cards in general. What's this, a burning response? very unlikely he has a counter here, right? Especially for 2 mana. So burn me. By the way, what? I'm curious about something. Like I fired this and he Goblin bombarded me. Yeah, he targeted his own blood-soaked champion by accident. So he redirected it, so he should have another burn for MTGO. Or he doesn't. Why would you redirect it then? Maybe he has something like Hellspark Elemental. Yeah, and he was looking for an extra land. Skullcrack. Yeah, I can't really do anything about that. It's okay, it's a 2-for-1. It took away some tempo on his end. Let's see what we can find in the top of our library. Let's put this on the bottom, thank you. Don't really want more lands. I think we're fine, but we just need to draw things. Like Nicol Ball is obviously the nuts draw, because we can start destroying things and start gaining control of things. But anything that generates any form of advantage is good. Hero of Oxytrich will resolve, and it will die. Make sure you target the right one this time. I'm talking about him with the Goblin Bombardment. So this time he's targeting me. Okay. Ice Cream Scepter after I used it? Come on. That's just brutal. That's not nice. So we have 8 lands. We just need to find something to do with it. I think Far Away is obviously the better one. Maybe I shouldn't have killed a Hero of Oxytrich's ultimate prize. Just kept Anger of Gods. Killing Fiend. Yeah, sure. It's an okay card. Baleful Strix is a pretty good draw. And go for a drought is nuts. Obviously, Mishra's Factory is an artifact, so I can never kill it with Go for the Drought. So if I have to use Baleful Strix on something, I'm gonna block the factory with it. The problem then, of course, remains that I have to take a hit from Killing Fiend, or he can just sacrifice Killing Fiend if he wants to. Yes. So we only saw black for Bloodsoaked Champion, which he can obviously start getting back. But I'm not that scared by it. Yeah, this wouldn't have killed Mishra's Factory anyway, so I think Mishra's Factory is a pretty good card in a deck like this. Like early on is the mana you need for cards like Skullcrack, Incinerate, Killing Fiend, Bombardment, and then later on it just becomes a 2/2 that can even block as a 3/3, but basically it's a 2/2 attacker. For an aggro deck it's similar to Mutavault, outside of Mutavault of course being every creature type, although I don't see that being that relevant. Active Aggression, sure. He paid 4 life for that. That's a weird play, by the way. Like I don't have many creatures anyway, so active aggression is pretty dead against me. I'm not sure why active aggression is in the format, and there are plenty of other 3 steel cards. This is instant, of course. I think that's the difference. But I'm pretty sure there's a 4 mana cost instant as well. The fact that this costs 5, not a big fan of it. So the thing with his play now, is when he attacks, I kill the Killing Fiend, he uses Goblin Bombardment on me, which means my Strix will be alive, which is obviously something I want. Because he's never gonna sacrifice this on the Strix now, right? He's often gonna miss it. Yeah, he's gonna do it on me. Which means that my Strix will be alive next turn to block a factory or to do things with. Which I think is a mistake on his end. Like, active aggression there makes no sense. You can just attack and then trade one of your creatures with the Strix and then keep active aggression later on. Like, it's not that Strix is gonna die. Oh, never mind. He can sacrifice to Bombardment. What am I talking about? Wow, more lands, huh? I'm not so sure if I needed those. But then again, I'm not too sure what I need anyway. Yeah, I forgot about the Goblin Bombardment. Then active aggression makes a bit more sense. Still not enough though, but some sense. So I want Magma Jets. I think Magma Jet is the best draw I can have to kill the Mishra's Factory. Look at the top cards, find a Nicol Bolas, and start killing things. Or just Nicol Bolas to kill this is good enough. Yep. And then he can bring back this, if he ever realizes he has this. It's a pretty cool card for an aggro deck like his. Too bad this is an instant. Volcanic Fallout is instant, but I'm not sure if there's a lot of other cards that are instant like that. Playing the Mountain might have been wrong as well, just in case I draw for a bit. Yeah, maybe. Far Away is probably the card I wanted. Or a card I wanted. Because now I can just make him sacrifice Mishra's Factory. I'll be at 5 against an aggro deck, which obviously isn't that great, but given that I have this, I should have plenty of time. Yes. Guest away. So he's obviously gonna use Goblin Bombardment, bring me down to 4. But then he needs like a burn plus a creature to kill me. I have no life gain, so I need to have something to apply pressure. Which obviously is Nicol Bolas, but This is the fly my deck, right? During deck construction, I'm like, yeah, I'm not that happy with this deck because I have no finishers. And it's true, like I have MTGO, which isn't really a finisher. It just stalls. Okay, not much I can do about that. And step. Yep. Okay. There's Nicopolas. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So we can kill the bombardment, which makes his outs less, so he has less outs. I'm obviously gonna take a damage from City Bros, I think, to use the Icy Conceptor on any kind of haste he has. So I'm gonna fall down to 2, but I don't think I can actually do much about that. Unless of course he decides he doesn't want to play a creature, which would be pretty bizarre. Like if it's not a haste, I'm not gonna kill it instantly. Like I can just control it with nickel balls and actually apply more pressure to him that way. Apparently he's not gonna do anything at all, so might as well kill Badlands then. The next turn we're obviously gonna alt it, right? The best card I can draw is Forbid, just to have some backup. He has something here. Okay. Anyway, sorry for that small interruption. We're playing his end, I understand this, but burning tree, okay. Like, it doesn't really matter unless he has a burn, because the ulti of this is gonna make him sacrifice everything anyway. So he's either slow rolling me or just doesn't have a decent out. I know this seems weird, but I think playing this first is actually correct. Just because I gain life first, and then I'm not dead to top deck Mountain into top deck Lightning Bolt. So I'm basically casting this to gain 2 life. So he's sacrificing, so that's nice. And then let's make him sacrifice all the rest. Again, keeping the island in hand just in case I draw for a bit, but it shouldn't be necessary anymore. The problem is that I have to start destroying my own lands here. seems very unlikely he can win this, right? Through Isochron and a Nicol Bolas. But having to destroy my own lands is a bit of a nuisance. Because you have to target something. Bloodline Keepers, okay, and Museum Mortars, yeah, those two cards are basically as good as that to me. Because Museum Mortars, like, I play Baleful Strix, okay, I play Frost Titan, but that's about it, right? He does realize this is usually GG, right? There's no way he's winning through these two with a deck like his. Like, any land he draws is gonna die anyway, any creature he can play is gonna die, so he needs to have 2 lands and 2 1-mana burns. Maybe my opponent isn't that used to Modo because he is having issues sacrificing. As you can see on the right, like, he's clicking and then, yeah, okay, so he finally resolved it. Like, I didn't figure it was a hard choice there, but seeing that he basically had no options. Oh wow, he actually plays it. Thank you for giving me a Nicol Bolas target. Doesn't really matter here. Boop. Prophetic Ball is pretty nice because it will find me a burn. Mind Widgets will do. Yeah, thought so. So given that it's an aggro deck, I might want in Murderous Redcap, but then would give him targets for his stuff. I think most of my deck is good against him, and that I want to keep it the way it is. Toxic Deluge seems fine though. Okay, he's on the play over Grim Monolith. Yeah, sure. So if I lose, I'll have a bye. So I don't want to lose, because I want to record things. What's this? Ah, never mind. So yesterday, ooh, man, another slow one. On time, because it wasn't that late. And how many people? Why can I not search within? A new place, because it was. I don't know where I watched it anymore. I think I watched it on my smartphone. Okay hands. Not that great given that we don't have something to put on the ice ground, but the fact that we can play turn 2 Baleful Strix into a turn 3 Metamorph is good enough. My opponent doesn't even have a turn 1 drop. Temple is obviously better than the Scalding Turn because I can play the Strix and I can scry. As much as I like it, I'm gonna put it at the bottom. Normally I would keep it, but I think I want to dig for a card that's good with Ice Scepter. Teetering Peaks. So my opponent has nothing here. Wow. That's not great for his deck, to be honest. His deck should be the aggro deck, and he's basically not doing anything. Obviously, I'm not doing anything either because my deck just doesn't do anything, but Arc Trail is a sorcery. Does not go under Ice Scepter. Excuse me. But it's a good card, like it removes a creature on his end and deals damage to him. Most of the time. What is this? Cunning Spark Mage. So it's gonna kill the Strix. It's a nuisance. We can also metamorph it and kill it. But I don't think I want to do that. The question is, do I want to Arc Trail it? I think the answer is no. I don't need to. Like, I could have metamorphed it and then did something, but like if he plays Hero of Oxytreachery here, or like Bloodline Keeper, I can just Gore of the Gods. Or something like Goblin Guide, like Arc Trail now becomes just that much better. I'm gonna look at the top card and then decide what I want to do. Okay. We reveal Far Away, which I obviously want to keep. Just because of Ice Scepter. Do I actually... I don't think I even... Yeah, that's way better. So guess Ice... No, we can't entwine it, never mind. 2, 1... Okay. So I'm not gonna use Far Away yet, or Ice Scepter yet, although now I will. Like, there's no point in not doing so. He might have Artifact Hates sideboarded in because he did see the Ice Scepter, but I'm not really that scared by it. Maybe I could have waited with it, but I think Far Away, given that I'm at 16 against an aggro deck, is good enough. Like, it's gonna stop most of its creatures from ever coming in. Stormcloak Noble, do not care. So this is what I mean, like, why would you ever do that? Because you're just throwing creatures into the dustbin. This doesn't seem like a solid play there. Like, he's obviously down by a lot here. He didn't have a turn 1 play, he didn't have a turn 2 play. I'm the control part here, or the control player, but that doesn't mean you need to start making such mistakes. Like, he obviously needs mountains. I probably kept like a hand without a mountain, drew the Teetering Peaks. Something like that. I I have done greedy keeps in during the, this is 76th video, so I'm pretty sure I've done way too greedy keeps. But this card is just too under an Ice Conceptor. It's really hard for him to beat. Yeah, that's all good for me. So there are two ways for me to counter this, right? We can Anger of the Gods, just kill everything. We can Consuming Vapors. I think we Anger of the Gods. It's not an instant, by the way. It's not. And this way we keep Far Away alive. Wait, I didn't have the option to... Oh, what's the other one then? Slackstorm? Is that it? But it's triple red. Like there's one where it allows you to choose players. Like you can say, I want players, no I want. But that's Slackstorm then. Wow. Actually drafted the card thinking it's another one. I'm an idiot. Top. Ah, this is Slackstorm. Sure, man. 3 mana, 3 damage. Does not make a difference. This is an Abyss Frost Titan moment, right? Then next turn we just Metamorph it, keep the other land tap down as well. And that should be GG. It's very unlikely he can deal me 13 damage here. And I have him a 2-turn clock. Like lands, active aggression, attack, tap down Ice Conceptor. But even then, yep. Like I have so much control here. There's a reason why I said land active aggression, not just active aggression. Because of, yeah, you know, Frost Titan actually being a good card. Would I play Shackles over? Nah. I think I don't need to. I could, just this is way better to tap down all this mana. It doesn't matter if he blocks, right? No, it doesn't. So we can just keep open Magma Jet and Ice Conceptor. Oh, it can't even block? Wow, never mind. It cannot block. So he's dead next turn, unless he has anything. And he's only gonna be having 3 swamps in a mono red deck, or as good as a mono red deck. He sure knows how to play slow. And I'm actually hungry, but because I woke up and started recording because of time issues, and I actually haven't found the time yet to eat in between, which is somewhat annoying. So it goes down to 7. Needs to have 2 blockers. Through a Magma Jet, Far Away, and yeah, and double Frost Titan lockdown. So go 1-1, and I'll see you guys for the last round.